Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'd like to talk about the health aspects of being an expat, because when you live abroad in another country, your two most important things that you're generally worried about are your health and your wealth. And obviously if you take care of your health, you're probably going to spend less time in hospitals, and that helps you take care of your wealth. So let's look at how to empower your health. In today's world, where the medical industrial complex is more powerful than ever and benefits financially from more people being sick, it's crucial to take control of our health and reduce our reliance on doctors as much as possible. By adopting a proactive approach to wellness, we can significantly reduce the need for medical visits and interventions, while reclaiming our health independence. In this video, I'll go over 10 crucial aspects for maintaining optimal metabolic health so that you can stay away from doctors as much as possible. First of all, let's look at the influence of modern mainstream culture. Before we delve into strategies for staying healthy, it's important to acknowledge the influence of our modern mainstream culture, which nudges us onto the medical industrial complex treadmill. Our bodies should not be profit centers for corporations. By being mindful of this influence and the forces around us that are deliberately pushing us in the wrong directions, we can take steps to avoid physical and mental sickness. Firstly, you should get outside for at least 30 minutes a day. When you think about nature's benefits, nature offers a myriad of health benefits, including exposure to essential vitamin D. As humans in Western countries, we have completely lost touch with our connection to nature. Modern lifestyles are predominantly indoors, increasingly glued to our screens. Netflix and yes, YouTube, Location is also crucial. If you don't live near an area of walking trails, parks, beaches, forests or mountains, wherever you can get outdoors is still better than being stuck indoors. And with regards to the sort of Zen mentality, try to be in the present moment when you're walking outdoors. Stop thinking too much. Appreciate the beauty around you. Let go of those racing thoughts. Secondly, you have to be your own food inspector and diligently read ingredient labels. Basically, if a food's got a label, somebody's messed around with it. Labels are a red flag. So on everything you buy, yes, I mean everything, read the labels. Once you see the toxic chemicals that are being poured into your body, you can't unsee them. If you don't recognize or understand the ingredient, it's probably something your body was not built for. Be especially careful of added sugars, seed oils, and other additives and preservatives. Here's some examples of the food industry hiding basically what are otherwise known as sugars. If you cut out ultra-processed foods from your diet, which is now the majority of calorie intake for most people, certainly in Western countries, you will notice the benefits very quickly. Ideally, only buy foods which are fresh and contain only 1 or 2 ingredients. Nothing beats cooking yourself. You are your best chef, and your inner chef is your best doctor. It's important to keep your insulin levels low. Insulin resistance is a driver of many chronic diseases, and the majority of people are now insulin resistant. Proteins and fats spike insulin levels much less than carbohydrates and sugars. The lower you naturally keep your insulin levels, the healthier you will be. This means eating less frequently as you are able to, and is why intermittent fasting works for so many people. Also helps with weight loss. Get into the habit of asking yourself, is what I'm doing keeping my insulin levels low and improving my insulin sensitivity? You need to implement a 1 hour a day exercise rule. Find an enjoyable routine. Find an exercise routine that you enjoy, whether it's the gym, a brisk walk, playing golf, a dance class, swimming, weight training. Dedicate an hour a day, each day, to moving your body and reap the immense rewards of improved physical and mental health. And no distractions. Sure, you can listen to your favorite music or podcast whilst you work out, or alternatively, a lot of people that work out in the gym, and certainly something that I believe in the mind-muscle connection. So when you're working out, say your bicep, you focus on working out your bicep. You focus on the range of motion and you focus on the time under tension, slowly up, slowly down. And you focus and concentrate on the muscle that you're working and you get far better results. But instead of walking around the gym and chatting, if you need any extra help, then sure, pop in your earbuds and listen to your favorite music or your favorite podcast to keep you focused. You also need to prioritize sleep. For most people, 6 to 8 hours of restful sleep every night is the real sweet spot. And you need to have a bedtime routine. You need to establish a relaxing bedtime routine to promote better sleep. Try and ensure that you go to sleep at the same time or approximately the same time every day. No exceptions. It's also important to limit your screen time before you go to bed. My rule is 1 hour before bed. No screens, no TV, no anything. If you're bored, pick up a book or just sit and contemplate and relax. Limiting screen time before bed helps to improve your sleep quality. And when you're in your bedroom, ensure that your bedroom has a conducive environment. Create a conducive sleep environment that is dark, cool, and quiet. You can also benefit from familiarizing yourself with important supplements. Not the multi-billion-dollar food supplement industry, but there are many wonderful natural supplements out there that will support your metabolic health. 3 of my favorites are turmeric, for which the active ingredient is curcumin. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant that has a myriad of benefits. If you're not consuming this naturally in your food, a supplement can be very helpful, and that's typically around 500 to 2,000 milligrams. But do consult a physician if you've got any health problems. Secondly, ginger. Ginger, of which the active ingredient is gingerol, is another potent anti-inflammatory. There's lots of ways this can be added naturally to your diet in tasty dishes. And if you're an expat living in Asia, for example, ginger's everywhere and it's so cheap. It's fantastic. It's a great natural supplement. And finally, the magic vitamin D, which if you're in Asia and you go out and you have an active outdoor lifestyle, you won't have any vitamin D deficiency. However, vitamin D is essential for bone health and immune function and overall metabolic health. And many people stay indoors too much, certainly in Western countries. So I'd advise you to get your vitamin D level checked. And if you are deficient, you can supplement. Alternatively, simply get out in the sunshine and exercise or go for a nice walk, and you will get all the vitamin D you need naturally. Strength training is very, very important, especially as we age. It's not just for young guys wanting to get big in the gym. Muscles that surround your joints protect your joints. So if you have strong muscles, you're far less likely to suffer from joint injuries and joint pain later on in life. So it's very important that you strengthen your muscles. Cardiovascular exercise is essential, but don't overlook the importance of muscle strengthening. This can be done at any age and does not mean that you have to become a bodybuilder. Incorporate regular body weight exercises, resistance bands, and free weights like dumbbells and a barbell into your routine and keep your muscles strong and resilient. You can simply alternate between upper body and lower body. There are proven physical and mental health benefits to keeping your muscles strong in old age. Now, your brain is just like any other muscle. It grows stronger the more you exercise it. And anybody in their latter years is probably going to be a little bit concerned about Alzheimer's, dementia, etc. That's why a lot of people in their latter years continue to do mentally stimulating puzzles. You need to work your brain. Use it or lose it. Firstly, Question narratives. Question the narratives presented to you by the mainstream media. Arm yourself with knowledge by doing your own research and asking questions. Always understand the hidden agendas and conflicts of interest behind what you are presented with. And don't be afraid to hear alternative voices. Thankfully, in the online age, there's an array of alternative voices available to us. Have an open mind and then make your own decision according to what makes the most sense to you. And don't forget to acquire new skills. The establishment thrives in an atmosphere of intellectual laziness and compliance. How do you defy the odds? Supercharge your brain by always learning a new skill. This can happen at any age, whether it's a new language, a hobby like martial arts or playing music or even dancing. And don't forget superfoods. Eat a few superfoods daily. Now, what are superfoods? Well, any natural food that is exceptionally high in antioxidants, vitamins, or minerals. Some of my favorites are almonds, spinach, and tomatoes, but my number one is fresh blueberries. Now, fresh blueberries are very hard to get hold of in Asia. Frozen will do. You can buy lovely frozen blueberries in S&R, which is fantastic. I consider blueberries my daily medicine, and you should also consider your favorite superfood as your best daily pill. Now, finally, stress is a big killer, if not the number one killer. It's important that you keep stress hormones low. Chronic stress wreaks havoc on your health, and it's everywhere, sadly. Maximize activities that help you relax and lower cortisol and adrenaline levels. Whatever works for you to take your mind to a better place away from this crazy world. Do such things as meditation, a relaxing hobby, or being in the zone and in the moment, enjoying nature. These are all fantastic options to reduce your stress. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is all about empowering yourself through lifestyle medicine, not pharmaceutical medicine. By implementing these strategies consistently, you can empower yourself to take control of your health and reduce your reliance on doctors and the healthcare system. And certainly as an expat, if you reduce your reliance on the healthcare system, you're going to save a lot of money. So it makes a lot of sense. We all know that healthcare abroad is hugely expensive. By taking care of your health, you're mitigating a lot of the risks. And remember, forming new habits takes practice, but will become normal routine for you after a few weeks. The long-term benefits are well worth the effort. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you've not already done so, and add comments should you wish. It all helps my channel. Until next time, enjoy.